You ready?
Sit your ass down and shut up. No.
Aloha, children of the night, and welcome to another episode of the Tiki Goth Club. And I gotta say, this is a pretty special episode for me because my friends Tina and Grant surprised me with a little gift. And this is The Fiend from the Misfits. This is the Misfits, the band The Misfits.
Yep.
And I didn't know the Misfits had their own tiki mug.
It just came out.
And they did. And I actually play in a Misfits tribute band. So it kind of works. I love the Misfits. They're like one of my favorite punk rock bands. And then you surprise me with this. And but there's more to it, though.
There is.
There isn't just that, like, hey, they just got me a Misfits tiki mug. It ends up being the first one.
Number one.
One of 500. They didn't put the number on here, but they have it on the card. So
never lose that card.
yeah, I'm never going to lose that card. I have the first one. No, you don't. Well, I got this one.
Look at my coaster.
I mean, not that you couldn't counterfeit this, but so needless to say, is I was beside myself, and thank you guys.
You're welcome.
But we were talking a little bit off camera about it, and there's more to this story than just, hey, here's this mug that you might like, Ray.
100%.
How the hell did you hook me up with the number one Misfits tiki mug?
So, San Diego Comic-Con was coming around.
Yeah.
And they started advertising, well, it was just one of those Facebook things that popped up in my feed saying, this Misfits mug's coming out at Comic-Con. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I certainly know somebody that would love that mug. And so...
Me.
Yes, so I showed Tina, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, we got to make this happen. And I have a friend in Palm Springs who never misses a Comic-Con. And so I reached out to Julian. Many of you out there in Tiki World know Julian in Palm Springs.
Julian, thank you.
Julian. And Julian, this year, I think his theme was Power Rangers. So every day he dresses as different Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
Yes. He was tribute to Power Rangers this
No,
year.
does he roll around in one of those?
He was wearing different outfits and different. He's great. He is a great human. But he was there, and
No, wait, because he's into Power Rangers?
no,
Or he
just
dresses up?
no. So he is. He used to be the manager at Iconic Atomic in Palm Springs, which had vintage wear. He's hooked up me and Tina with tons of vintage clothing over the years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tiki mugs.
Vintage
Gear.
tiki mugs?
Caftans.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Right?
Shoes. Hair
Really?
pieces.
Yep. And a
Amulets.
lot of us out there in Tiki World all go to Iconic Atomic when we're there in Palm Springs. And unfortunately, Julian's no longer there, but he's at a new great store.
Yeah.
But so we know Julian for 5 years or something like that now. And so I just reached out to him. I'm like, please tell me you're going. Oh, I think I'd already seen him on Facebook begging for a ride to get to San Diego Comic-Con or something. He was already working it out. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
you're going to be there, right? And he's like, yes. I'm like, I have a mission for you. And he's like, what is it, my friend? And I'm like, you've got to get this Misfits mug for my buddy Ray.
Wow.
And I'm like, you've seen Tiki with Ray on Facebook? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
Oh, he knows who I am?
yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm like, Ray plays in a Misfits cover band. He's like,
Yes, I do.
he's like, I did not know that. I'm like,
Queen Wasp. We're called Queen Wasp.
plug, shameless plug.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, I'll make it happen. And
San Diego Comic-Con is huge.
yeah,
Like, it ain't like some small little comic book event. Did you guys ever go to this thing?
never been there.
Nope, never been there.
Okay. Do you have any interest in going to it?
Yes, actually. My daughter was just like, what? Why aren't we going to Comic-Con? We need to
I want to go there just for the people watching.
Because I'm not a nerd. Is there a goth con? Would you go to
it last night.
Oh, you went to it last night when you saw The Cure.
Yeah.
We went to the Cure.
There you go. There needs to be a Robert Smith
Yeah.
tiki mug with the hair frizzed out.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Right?
that'd be crazy.
Or they can make two of them. They make like the three different phases of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like this typical Robert. I was gonna say Robert Plant, the Robert Smith that we all know with the hair and the red
Yes.
lipstick.
Yeah.
And now you have the modern Robert Smith now, or he just kind of looks like an old
guy.
that still wears red lipstick and frizzy hair.
Now he's got gray hair.
But a lot of people don't know this, and I mean this. Young Robert Smith looks like Ben Affleck. He does. Watch any video. Watch any video.
When you edit this, you need to put a picture of Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
there's going to be all of them. Believe me.
Comparison.
No, seriously. I saw it was like The Cure live, like 1977 or 78. I'm like, he looks like Ben Affleck. He totally looks like a skinny Ben Affleck, like a non-handsome.
Non-handsome Ben Affleck.
Is Robert Smith is he like a good-looking guy?
No, I don't.
Never.
I've never considered him a good-looking guy. No, he's very talented.
So there was never any posters of Robert Smith on your wall when you were a kid?
No, I couldn't get a hold of any, but no.
No.
It was not the crushing, no. No, musically, yes, but not...
So,
eye candy.
So if you ever met Robert Smith, you'd be like, "I love your music, but I just want to let you know there's no attraction here. I am.
People are beautiful.
We're platonic. It's
a
platonic
relationship.
relationship.
Look like on the outside, right?
Sure." So Robert Smith, if you're watching this video, my friend Tina just likes your music. So your buddy's at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I get this text that says, "Got it." And I'm like, "Awesome, thank you." He goes, "I have a surprise. You're not going to believe it." I'm like, "What?" He's like, all of a sudden he sends me a picture of #1 mug, right?
So that's how they numbered him.
Yep, on the card there.
Yeah.
So
I think you need to take a Sharpie after
Yep,
it.
I do.
know.
The
Just
box,
mark it.
on the box it said #1 or something. Oh no, the boxes weren't marked. It was inside. Once he opened up the box, he saw it was #1.
And but you said it was kind of random that he got it, right?
So all the boxes were sealed shut.
Yeah.
No numbers on the outside of the box.
So
the guy just handed him a box, and Julian was cracked it open and was like, "What?"
Right.
Oh my God.
Meant to be.
Yep, meant to be.
It totally is meant to be, and I'll tell you what, I mean it. It's like this to me. This is like combining a couple different worlds to me because I'm a punk rocker and I love the Misfits. They're one of my between them and the Ramones. So it came in the box.
Yes.
It actually comes with the coaster.
Yep.
And there is a recipe on it. It's called the Sweet Lovely Death. And I don't know, vodka, spiced rum or bourbon. So it's like a mix and match kind of. It literally says that.
I actually don't even know what that is.
Oh my God. 1 ounce of lemon juice. Yeah, it's 3 ounces of unfiltered apple juice.
Let me see.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing I stopped drinking.
2 ounces of vodka, spice rum, or bourbon, whatever your choice. 1 ounce.
And it says that.
Yeah, whatever your choice. 1 ounce of real pumpkin puree syrup. Okay. 1 ounce of lemon juice. 1 ounce of simple syrup. 3 ounces of unfiltered apple juice. This is a trick-or-treating cocktail is what this is.
Cocktail.
It's a Halloween cocktail.
It's a trick-or-treat.
Did we get this in no?
No.
Put it out as a Halloween.
Fill the mug halfway with ice. Fill ice cold. Add the ingredients and shake.
And then dump it down the
Oh,
toilet.
no. You want to hear this? Listen to this.
What?
Dump over ice in a mug.
In a
float.
pumpkin.
No, listen. Float with sweet red wine.
What?
Does it say that?
It does. Right there at the bottom.
Mulled wine?
What the hell?
Red wine. Sweet red wine. So you're going to take your
It's like
2
a
ounces
mulled
of
wine.
spiced rum. Let's go 2 ounces of Sailor's Jerry's.
Right.
An ounce of pumpkin puree syrup. An ounce of lemon juice. An ounce of simple syrup. 3 ounces of unfiltered apple juice. This is straight up Halloween drinking night.
There's a challenge.
And then you float
I want somebody to make this. And
I'm
No.
gonna make it this year for sure. And then we're gonna float some red wine on top of it.
Oh.
And garnish with nutmeg, dehydrated apple slices, and sage leaves.
and sage.
And light it on fire.
Smoke it.
Absolutely.
What the hell?
This is a straight up Halloween trick or treating drink right there.
Well, the mug's awesome, but I don't know about this cocktail. But there's a couple other goodies that comes with it. You get the stir, the swizzle stick, which is the Fiend, and a little tip if you don't know. This is actually the Misfits kind of borrowed a lot of their iconography from a lot of different things. And actually, this is a character called the Crimson Ghost that was a cereal, like from the 40s.
Yep.
And then they literally stole this image and used it for themselves. So technically, it's the Crimson Ghost, but it's black. And then it also comes with this little coin here. Official Tiki Club. Founding member. 2023. That says the Misfits want your skull.
Oh, that's cool.
So there you go. I tell you what, man. These, and you were saying that the Misfits themselves were actually in on this.
So,
or they knew of it, or
yeah, they're involved in this project.
Yeah.
So, me being a prying person a little bit, but I actually just want to make this whole. I like to tie stories together.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like the history of things. I like to bring the full story on this. So I'm like, if this is made by, God, what's the name of the company again? It's Yesterday's.
Yeah.
Yesterday's produced it. I don't even know who Yesterday's is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Other than like some online marketing company. I don't really know what Yesterday's is. But they made this great mug. So I emailed them and just said, hey, I was able to get this #1 mug for my buddy Ray, who's a blogger and plays in the cover band, and can you tell me more about the mug? And the guy responded right away with, that sounds like he is the perfect person to have gotten that #1 mug. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I asked him a couple questions. I asked him, I'm like, are the Misfits actually involved with this? Are the Misfits actually into Tiki and stuff like that? And he goes, the Misfits are actually involved with this, and they kind of are into Tiki.
Yeah.
And I pushed it a little farther and asked, is there any chance my friend Ray could do like a Zoom with you guys, from maybe a representative from Yesterday's and a representative from the Misfits, and they could talk Tiki culture, mugs, Misfits, music, all as one thing.
That'd be amazing.
I tried, and
but Ray, actually, come on out. Hey, it's Clindex.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. Well, I didn't think we were going to get people together, but I thought there was a chance of a Zoom, right?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It was worth a try. I got a 1-sentence reply. Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
So it's like just
Yeah.
be.
It was
So,
actually
yeah,
very-
you should have said like, tell your buddy Ray, just be thankful that he got the mug. So it says 1 of 500. So did they sell out of the 500?
Oh yeah.
Is there going to be another one?
He said there are going to be more mugs and more.
More Misfits mugs?
Yeah, more.
Like different types.
I believe so.
Damn.
Now, I don't know if that means the same mug like in red,
Yeah.
and they're just going to keep changing the patinas on it, or if they're going to do something totally cooler. But the fact that they got a founding member coin tells me they're going to do something cool maybe every year. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's always been like a controversial topic, and I'm going to ask you guys this, both of you. So there's always been the controversial thing of like where people are mixing different things together. Like the real hot button is like Star Wars and Tiki. There's a lot of people that have a real problem with that. There's even people that like combining goth and Tiki. Or now we're combining the Misfits and Tiki.
Well, that's clearly, in my opinion, not a
branch
tiki
off.
mug.
Yeah,
It's a ceramic vessel that's amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that they have a coin that says Tiki Goth Club is super cool.
Well, it doesn't say that.
Or
Tiki mug.
Yeah, they got
Tiki
it.
mug
That's
founded,
my club.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that what do you think of that to combine different worlds together?
I don't mind it. I think I initially was like, oh, Star Wars, man, those geeky tikis. I'm just not into that.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. Huge Star Wars fan. Do I want a Chewbacca tiki mug? No.
No.
But for some reason, I think the goth tiki thing works way better than the Star Wars tiki thing.
Because it's skulls and cats and
Right.
yeah, it's already kind of there.
I also think Land of the Lost and Tiki go together for some weird reason. So the whole slee stack thing.
Just because I have a slee stack in my tiki room.
I was just looking at that. And I was thinking of that.
If Doug Horn makes art with a slee stack, it validates it.
Right. It's like, that's in our tiki room. Looks great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I to me it's just sort of like there's different. As I've said, it's like, and I'm laying this out here. We talk about the different ways of tiki. I think we're in the fourth wave now, and the fourth wave is the combination, is the evolution of
recreating a new.
Tiki. Yeah.
Like tiki was created,
Yeah.
sort of on its own, from lots of different things, and so now it's morphing into a modern tiki.
So you and I talked about this off camera a couple weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all escapism.
Yeah.
Right? So my choice is I'm a tiki bar.
Yeah.
More prone to tiki, but I throw a little dash of pirate in there.
Yeah.
And as she just brought up, I have a couple sleeve stacks in here.
Yeah.
And
you do.
Yeah, and I got a couple adventure club things in here. I love, the adventure aspect of it. Not so much of I got a little bit of beachcomber mixed in here, but I'm not a Star Wars into my tiki room person. Yeah. No.
Although Star Wars did have a tiki bar. Or sort of.
Had a bar.
They had a bar. Their bar was very, I guess it was
tiki,
but it was still... I love that scene.
Yeah, it's a great scene. But
I think that's what that's what maybe started the whole tiki Star Wars thing, was that bar scene in the initial...
I think it's just the fun of the different mugs, just like this mug. This is great. It brings up memories. Yeah. You get a Star Wars mug because you enjoy the Star Wars movies, and it brings up memories. I bring up a sleeve stack. Well, that mug, it's a great. It's a big toe mug from Tiki Farm, but it's the party parrot, right? And it's a great mug. It's actually the party parrot's over in the corner, but it's still a great mug. But it's got the tap on the beak and stuff like that. But it adds escapism to the room, right? And so I think everybody's picking their own form of escapism, and there's the fight to keep the traditional tiki in there. And because, when you throw the word tiki in there, all of a sudden you're like, okay, so American pop culture, going to exotic South Pacific and stuff like that.
I think people might actually be getting bored with traditional tiki too. Like, it's exciting to have something that's a little different.
Well, when you got new mugs rolling out every week.
Right.
And not even, I think you're right. Mm-hmm. It's not even
like only have so many moais.
Yeah, and so many Kuz and Lonos.
Yep.
Here's the thing. One thing too. We're not just into one thing. Yep. I've been into tiki since the mid 2000s, but I've been into the Misfits since I was a teenager in high school, or saying Star Wars. I grew up with those movies. So, I'm into... Nothing's isolated. I'm into all these different things.
This bar was supposed to be all pirate.
Yeah.
Originally, it was going to be sailcloths and rigging and fake cannons and a full pirate bar. Yeah. Right? And then I discovered tiki, and I was like, oh, this fits me a little bit better. But I've got my pirate stuff up there. I've got pirate stuff there. Yeah. I've got a couple of pirate mugs. There'll always be a bit of swashbuckling pirate mixed in here no matter what. All right, so I think it's everything. And I think I've heard of some people where they've just plain themed their bar like a Star Wars bar or a whatever theme they want as far as going just as we have airplane bars and submarine bars and all these new ones popping up. So I think it's just everybody's just trying to find their own form to be excited about.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you made me very excited with this Misfits mug.
You do a lot for the tiki community, and we've gotten to know a lot of people through you. Yeah. A lot of this world gets to know each other through your channel, through the information you share with everybody. Yeah. And you're not doing this to make money. You're just doing this because it's your passion.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, right? So I just thought it was something nice. You do a lot for a lot of us. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I just was like, I can pull this string, hopefully. Now, the fact that I got you number one was just rolling the dice, but I knew I could get you a mug.
Well, I'll tell you what, I very much appreciate it. And if any of you out there feel the same way as Grant, thank you. I love tiki, and I love all factors of it and all factions of it. And we are 138. So what we're saying here is there's not good-looking guys in punk rock.
Well, no.
A lot of them are from
I
England with bad
don't
teeth.
know. I guess it's perspective.
Well, the Misfits are
right?
from New Jersey.
Yeah.
They're from
Everybody
New
looks
Jersey.
good in sunglasses, so and black hair and black, so. Stop it. You're putting me on the spot now.
I'm not putting you in this.
I feel like
I no. You said that you like a lot of C bands. A lot of bands.
Back to this now.
A lot of bands that start with the letter C.
I like B bands too. What about Bauhaus?
I like C and B bands. See, the interesting thing is, as a guy, there's not a lot of like women rockers. So you end up just, as a guy, you just end up loving all of them. Mm-hmm. Debbie Harry, yeah,
sure.
Joan
Sure.
Jett, yeah.
Bad banter.
Lita Ford, yeah. You can't go wrong with it. Yep. Debbie Harry, the Lux, Poison Ivy Rorschach from the Cramps, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all of them. So which female rockers do I like? All of them.
Grace Jones.
No, I remember that. Remember that video, that Demolition Man video? I remember, like, as a kid, I'm like, what the hell is this? She scares me.
Yes, me too. She was scary. She is scary.
No, maybe she's real cool. Like, oh, hey, how's it going? My name's Grace Jones. I was a villain in one of the James Bond movies, but
yeah. Courtney Love.
I did have a thing for her at first.
Sort of.
That whole Kinder whore look, which I wish would come back.
Early on.
I wish that would come back. Bring back the look, but without the heroin. Mm-hmm. So you may be asking yourself, how can I join the Tiki Goth Club? Well, there is no membership. There are no fees. Well, things have changed. For $15, you can become a member of the Tiki Goth Club. What does $15 get you? It gets you your own membership card with your own number. You also get a couple stickers and a pin. I also have shirts for sale. These are $20, $5 shipping and handling. If you're interested in any of this, go to my website, tikiwithray.com, and there's a tab that says Tiki Goth Club. Just click on that, and all the information you need is there. What about In Excess?
Oh, absolutely.
No, he's a good-looking guy.
Yes, dead now, unfortunately, but...
No, not now.
Still hot, though.
When he was still alive, he was a good-looking dude.
Would have been, yeah.